What's going on, guys? Today I want to talk about one of the biggest mistakes I see people making on Amazon and not realizing. Now, obviously it's going to be for sellers, but a lot of people are lowering their prices and not knowing certain things that happen when you lower your price. Now you're probably thinking, okay, I lower my price, I'm going to bring in more sales because a lower price is more attractive. And while that holds true in most marketplaces, Amazon is a little bit different because you can get stuck as an add-on item, which a lot of people don't notice. Now, it's not always 100% with Amazon where if you're below this price, you're an add-on item. But for the majority of time, and what I've noticed and other sellers have experienced, is if your price is below $9.99 and you are fulfilled by Amazon, so Amazon is holding and shipping out all your inventory when you get orders, then you will be put as an add-on item. So if you look at the screen now, you can see all these items have an add-on item badge, which all that means is if I want to purchase this product, I need to, so it says ships with any qualifying order over $25. So I need to be spending at least $25 on items that are fulfillment by Amazon, so that are Prime, even if I'm Prime or not a Prime user, because if Amazon were to ship out things that are very cheap, they're going to be losing money on that fulfillment fee they're taking, especially if it's small and light items, which is why they have this in place. So I see a lot of people, if their listing is struggling or they're trying to increase their sales, they're dropping their price too low. Normally, if you're below $10, you will be put as an add-on item. Now, it does vary by categories and a couple other factors, some unknown, some known, but the general rule of thumb is to stay above $9.99. Now, how you can avoid this in the first place is don't choose items that are going to sell around the $12 mark, $13 mark, or lower. What you can do, let's say you're selling a cheaper item, like something on these. Let's say you have something that you want to sell for $7 to $10, and you're thinking, well, it's a good product, the numbers are good, but it's a lower priced item. What do? I want to be able to sell it, but I don't want to get stuck as an add-on item. The easiest thing you can do is bundle items together, add value to your listing. Now, I recommend doing this anyway, because you're adding more value to your listing. You're not just throwing up the same product that 5 or 10 other sellers have from maybe the same or similar supplier. You're now differentiating yourself. Why is your listing better than theirs? And you can now charge a higher price and still get more sales than your competition. Perfect example. I added something that cost me 30 cents a unit to one of my products, and I was able to jump up from $19.99 to $26.99 as the selling price, and still outsell everyone and get the #1 rank on Amazon for the main keyword for that. So if you do that with something like this that sells for maybe $9.99 normally, and maybe you add 1 or 2 small things which maybe cost you 50 cents a unit overall with shipping and everything, you might be able to charge $4 or $5 more. So to spend 50 cents and make an extra $3 or $4 on your listing, it's very, very easy. Now, like I said, I always recommend differentiating yourself, because if we look up certain items, you'll see it's literally the same thing 10 times in a row. And then you'll see some people who differentiate themselves. So let's say one of the things I've been seeing is letterboards. Now, don't go sell these. Numbers look decent, but there's literally no variation in these. So if we type in letterboards, the numbers on these look good, but look, they're all the exact same thing. They look, what's the difference between these products other than maybe a couple different letters and symbols, but the price? So this, when you're doing this, it's a race to the bottom. If people are lowering their prices, you have to keep up, because these are all virtually the same exact thing. Now, if you go ahead and add in a case, a stand, and maybe colored letters or something along the lines of this, look how much higher of a price these listings are and still ranking. So normal price is looking like $13 to $15, $17 for a normal letterboard. But we see this person include a stand, a case, a bag, and showed all the letters. They're charging double the price and still ranked very high. Higher than this $14.99, higher than this $14.99. So same thing with this one down here, $24, because they have colored letters and symbols. They added value to their listing, they differentiated themselves, and they're not just the same board over and over again, which is why it's so important to add value to your listing. Again, whether it's adding in small items. Now, if you are going to bundle, add in a small item to add value, don't make it so big where your price is going to double or triple, because then people don't know, okay, what's the main item I'm getting. You want it to be small enough where they know, okay, I'm getting a letterboard, but as a bonus or a free item, I'm getting the letters and emojis also for free. So you don't want them to feel like they're paying for that second piece or that bundled item, but they get that as kind of a bonus for choosing yours and just kind of an incentive to get them to purchase yours over someone else's. And by doing that, you're not really included in the race to the bottom when everyone is dropping their prices that came out with the same exact item. Again, letterboard, letters. Letterboard, letters, bag. Same thing, same thing, same thing. Okay, this one's a case. Same thing, same thing. So that's the only difference, that and the size of the board. So when you're looking at products, you want to make sure you do have the option to differentiate. Now, some products harder than others to differentiate and bundle, but on every product, it is possible. If you're gonna add a second product with it to bundle, make sure it's relevant to the niche. It's not a super expensive item, again, so they know this is the main item and this is the little bonus or gift or free thing I get. And then just make sure you're choosing the higher priced items. Even if you have a low budget, I've bought products that sell for $20 that are way cheaper than products I've sold for $12 to $15. So it just depends on the product. If you have a lower budget, let's say $700 to $1,000, I'd look for items that sell in the $12 to $20, $25 range, because sometimes the higher price items might surprise you with how cheap they are from the suppliers, depending on size and weight and things like that. But I just wanted to share with you guys the add-on item tag, because I see a lot of people lowering their price and they're like, well, my sales just tanked. Well, yeah, it's because people can't spend $7 on your item anymore. They have to spend at least $25 to even be able to purchase it. So you can expect your sales to tank to 1, 2 a day if you're normally getting 5 or 10. So that is something to keep in mind. And then just differentiating and adding value to your listing is so important. So hope you guys learned a little something. If you have any video recommendations you guys want to see on my channel, make sure to leave them in the comments. If you're new, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.